Today's a good day for a casserole. So I'm going to show you how to make a delicious and easy chicken enchilada casserole. You can serve it piping hot and it's even better the next day. So a good easy casserole sometimes starts with a rotisserie chicken. I'm using a 3-pound rotisserie chicken from Costco. If you cannot find one for 3 pounds, you can do two 2-pound rotisserie chickens. You'll want to remove the skin and all the meat from the bones and just shred well. And use your favorite method of shredding. We're using clean hands. So in the meantime, let's go over the other ingredients. I'm going to be using a 1-ounce envelope or package of chicken taco seasoning. You can use just taco seasoning. Here I have 2 cans of condensed cream of chicken and mushroom soup, 2 containers. These are 8-ounce containers of sour cream. I'm also going to be using a 19-ounce can of green chili enchilada sauce. Here I have 16 ounces of Monterey Jack cheese. I might not actually use all 16 ounces. It really is up to you. Here I have around 18 corn tortillas, and I'm using 2 cans of Rotel. They are diced tomatoes and green chilies. And I'm going to prep by shredding the cheese first. By the way, you could definitely use your favorite shredded cheese for this. I'm going to set this aside until I'm ready to use it. Here in a very large bowl, you'll need a large bowl to mix everything. I have my shredded chicken. So now I'm just going to add all of the seasonings and canned ingredients. And truly, if I weren't filming, this does come together quick if you have all of these canned ingredients and your chicken shredded. And instead of using the green chili enchilada sauce, you could opt to use the red one. It really is up to you and what you prefer. I will say that if you do use the red one, I love a good cheddar cheese instead of the Monterey Jack cheese. I don't know, it just tastes really good with the red sauce. Okay, so I'm just going to give this a mix, and I'm going to add maybe 1.5 cups of that shredded cheese as well into the mix, and the rest I'm going to reserve for the top of this casserole. So I'm just sort of going to eyeball that into the mix. And once you combine all of these ingredients, it really does come together quick. So once that's mixed, I'm going to preheat my oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. And now it's time to build this. But first, I'm going to cut these in half. It just makes it a lot easier to play Tetris with building this casserole, especially when you want to push them against the edge of a 9x13 baking dish. And I'm just going to do the best I can. This first layer, it's a little bit of that green salsa or the sauce, and then you just add each tortilla that's cut in half. Quite honestly, as I'm doing this, I'm realizing the amount of tortillas that I typically use for this casserole covers a 9x13 inch baking dish well, but this, I don't know, I think the company or just in general, everything has like shrunken. So do the best you can. I'm just going to fill in the gaps where I can. It does not have to be perfect. It'll work as the first layer. Now I'm going to spoon on that chicken mixture. In all, this is about 3 to 4 layers that you can get with these ingredients. It just depends how much of the mixture you put in between the layers, but definitely you can get 3 layers out of this. So I'm just speeding up the process here, but you know, if you want to count the layers and just kind of see how I put this together. And if you are new here, welcome to my channel, Simply Mama Cooks, where I give you easy, delicious, subpar recipes that anyone can make. Sometimes I do chefy things, but I'm not a chef. I'm a home cook that just likes to share recipes in video form. And for those of you that have been following me for a long time, you know I always appreciate you. Okay, so I'm just gonna continue building the layers for this casserole. And if you are looking for casserole recipes utilizing rotisserie chicken, let me know below. I have several that I make. Some I don't even think I've ever filmed. But again, there are times during the week where I am so busy and my husband will pick up a rotisserie chicken and he even makes casseroles. It's just something we like in my house. Okay, so I've scraped the last bit of this chicken layer. And once I get this evenly spread on top, I'm going to pour over the rest of that sauce, and then you just want to spread that evenly and then top with cheese. I'm just going to dump the rest of the cheese on top, spread it out evenly, and I'm going to cover this with aluminum foil. And I have actually oiled the side that's going to touch the cheese so it doesn't stick. In one of my last videos, the cheese stuck and it kind of ruined the finished look, but you know, do what you must. Okay, I'm going to bake this for 45 minutes in a preheated oven at 375 degrees Fahrenheit. And when it's done, it's just going to bubble away. It's melty, gooey, cheesy deliciousness. And this is heavy. Okay, so here is one of the hardest parts of making a casserole. Look, if you're just eating and serving this to your family and you don't care, serve it piping hot as it bubbles, because some people love piping hot food. But if you're serving this for guests, you'll want to let it set. And this is me trying to let it set. But I'm going to show you different stages. So this is after 10 minutes of me letting it set. And I'm going to scoop this out, but I can tell you, it's going to slide everywhere. As soon as I dig in here, I can just feel that it's not quite set, but it's going to taste good. So this is what it looks like after 10 minutes of just setting. And don't get me wrong, I'm not judging anyone if they just want to eat as is. But again, for those of you that are making this for maybe like a party or guests, I'll let you see what it looks like after 20 minutes. And it does set a lot better. And it's still on the hot side. But this is after 20 minutes. So it gives you an idea if you're going to serve this, if you really want the pieces to come out square and kind of set up nicely. But the ultimate time to set is around, I'd say 25 minutes. And it's still warm. It's not cold. It may look that way. But see how it just kind of sets up into this square, comes out, and it's not sliding all over the place. So I think like 25 minutes is a sweet spot if you can wait that long. So this was my son's second piece. He really likes a good chicken casserole in any form. By the way, you definitely can garnish this with any type of fresh topping that you prefer. This is really seasoned well and the flavor is on point, so I don't really need tons of garnishes, but you know, you can. So I hope you give this recipe a try. I hope you like it, and thanks for watching.